There's one thing for certain. In this life, and even in sneakers, there's always more to learn. Like, I didn't know you could lease sneakers. Essentially, like, yes, you could pay the retail price of a Jordan 1 high in grade school, which is approximately $130 before tax, to receive two hyped shoes that you can actually rotate out for the month, for a couple of months, and those shoes combined could be worth up to $600 together. That's a possibility. I'm not sure if you knew about it, but I learned about it, so I want to share it with you all because I think it's an option. There are some pros, there are some cons. We're going to talk about it, but have you heard of Kicks World?
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and run.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Shoes Chains. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. When you're reviewing this, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. Also, engage in the comment section below because if you're brand new to learning what Kicks World is, just like myself, I would love to know your thoughts on it. And Two Shoes Crew, you already know, please make sure you engage in the comment section. So let's just jump right into this video because yes, now first off, shout out to the homie Ray. I didn't know about Kicks World until I saw him posting about it, and it's because he had an amazing pair of dunks, and I'm like, I really want those. And I saw that Kicks World was tagged, so I went ahead, did a little bit of research into it. Now, I think there are some amazing things about it. I could also see the apprehension that there may be present for this particular service they offer. So I just want to go over a few of those, kind of give you some of my thoughts, and I won't lie. If you're a content creator in this space, so sneaker YouTube specifically, this could actually be a cheat code like a gym. And I say that because Kicks World, according to them, they allow you access to some of the hottest, most hype, most exclusive sneakers that are on the market today, but you don't have to have a long-term commitment to it or shell out money for the actual resale value of the shoe because that can get up there in price depending on what the pair is, right? Anything that's Off-White or Travis Scott, it's higher than you would ever imagine, and I think it's only going to go up. I mean, the sneaker market is proving that, you know, Jordan 1's things that are selling out, they'll continue to sell out, they'll continue to hold value, and that value will appreciate. So if you want a shoe, you take an L, right? Like L's are prominent now. We almost anticipate or expect to take L's. But what if instead you said, okay, I would rather pay a set amount of money every single month to secure a specific sneaker, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three, just really depends on the amount that you're willing to pay every month. And you can have those in rotation. And if you're done with them for the month or you've moved on to another pair or a few other pairs that you really want, you could essentially send those back, get different pairs, and go about your day. So I want to talk about that. We'll get into some of the price tier, the points, and then again, some things that I think are amazing about it, some things I could see that would be considered cons, and then I'll let you make the decision of what you think about Kicks World. All right, let's just talk about the very first pro. I can see the really good thing about this, okay? It keeps you with a constant rotation of amazing new releases on the market. And let's just look at human nature, okay? We all pretty much have short attention spans. Think about it. You get a shoe in your hand, you get the W, and mentally you've already moved on to the next release. You're already on the next Saturday, the next Tuesday, the next Wednesday, because shoes don't even drop just on weekends anymore. You've already moved on to the next release. Yeah, you cop this in January, but you're already looking ahead to February and maybe even April, depending on what shoes are on the docket to release this year, whatever your brand of preference is. So this ensures that, hey, I have heat on my feet consistently. It stays in my closet. But what if I don't want, what if I lose interest in that shoe eventually? Like, oh, it was great to have for a minute, but now I would like to, you know, move on from it. And I know this happens for some of you because you get a shoe, you're excited about it, it stays in your collection maybe 6 months, and then there are videos posted or there are posts on Instagram that says, hey, I'm selling X, I'm selling Y, I'm having a liquidation of my collection. So pairs that we buy, we're not necessarily married to them. We don't have and hold them forever. Now, there are some pairs we do, but some pairs we don't. So in the event that's you can keep a really healthy rotation of new releases on your feet, and it doesn't require a long-term commitment, right? And you have options. It doesn't have to be just 1 pair, 2 pair, 3. It can be up to 4 pairs. Now, that will depend on the price point that you want to pay, because they have 2 different options. You can do like slightly worn pairs and then also like brand new dead stock pairs. Now, again, there's a price differentiation. For example, if you do the lightly worn subscription for just 1 sneaker that's valued at $300 a month, you pay $69 a month, versus brand new dead stock, you pay $99 a month. And clearly that makes sense, right? If it's slightly worn, they're going to charge you a little less, $30 less to be exact. And it goes accordingly as you go down. So $129 for 2 pairs if they're lightly worn, but then it's, I believe, like $199. Okay, so you get the point, right? You're going to have price differentiation, but a pro, I really think, is the fact that you keep consistent heat in rotation. Another big pro, I think, with Kickswirl, the subscription service they're offering, it's hype without hassle. Because we stress about, will we get a shoe? Will we even have a chance to secure a W on a brand new pair that's released, especially if it's a collaboration or a whole type? Sometimes it doesn't need to have a collaboration attached to it. But if it's just a Nike Dunk, for example, Nike SB Dunk, listen, those alone, they hold their own on the market. They're very hard to get your hands on now, unless either you just have connections like that, you luck up on a raffle, or maybe you're in a market that just readily has pairs available. Not all of us have that luxury. So instead of stressing about releases that come out, you can have the hype without the hassle. You don't have to stress about release day, because you already know, hey, if Kickswirl has that particular sneaker available for me to select for my subscription service that next month ahead, I'm good to go. I can select that sneaker, have it in hand, and the beauty about it, if I want to get rid of it down the line, guess what? I can. Or if you want to actually lease to own, I guess you could say, for a better term, you have that option too. Okay, so why do I say this is possibly a cheat code if you're in sneaker YouTube? Well, I've made videos before about the fact that there really is a buy-in cost if you want a traditional sneaker channel, okay? The fact of the matter is, you're relying on having product, aka sneakers, in hand to do reviews, to have content, to keep people engaged. That being the case, you have to spend money. Now, if you wear smaller sizes, you may get away with spending grade school prices versus men's release prices, but if you're a man, which this is a predominantly male space, you're paying $170 to $190 plus tax no matter what, every single sneaker you pick up. And if you're trying to be consistent on a weekly basis, that means you're spending at least, I don't know, close to $200 a week. So that's at least $800 a month, versus you possibly choosing Kickswirl. You could pay $300 a month, $400 a month, and you could have up to 4 sneakers valued at $2,000 on the resale market, which means you have consistent content, you have shoes that people are interested in seeing in hand. They may want to review, they may want to break down, they may want your thoughts, and guess what? You're not on the hook to continue to hold on to the shoe. For so many creators in this space, they get shoes, and yes, they show them to you all, they may have an affinity for them, but it's fleeting, it doesn't last, and then down the line, they have to get rid of the shoes because they don't have the space, or they don't even care about that release anymore. So this alleviates a lot of that. It's a lot of hassle gone. In truth, they're spending less to go through Kickswirl than they would for these shoes. Now, we'll talk about why that could be seen as a bad thing and not a good thing in this space. Okay, so how could this be seen as a bad thing? Well, I'll reference the fact that a lot of people are not all about leasing cars, because you're pretty much throwing money away, or people feel as if you are throwing money away because it's not yours at the end of the day, right? You're paying, let's say, $69, $99 a month, whatever the tier of subscription you select, and the reality is you're probably sending those sneakers back, right? So your collection isn't necessarily growing, it's not to have and to hold. These shoes will not remain in your closet to appreciate over time if the market does go up for them, and and then you can flip them down the line. So I can totally get that being a con. If you're not all for leasing, then I understand that. Now, in terms of just a creator like in this space, why could it be seen as a bad thing? Well, truth be told, some may think you're just doing it to be seen, right? You're just renting the shoe so that you can have content to stand in front of people, whether it's in front of a camera, a phone, whatever, to say, hey, yeah, look what I have, right? Because it's not just to have a sneaker because you're into it anymore. It turns heads, it gets you attention, it has clout online. As we say, I could see people not taking that well. Like, the perception could be that you are trying too hard to just simply be part of the sneaker scene. You just want to be a creator in this space because it's a cool thing, quote unquote, to be able to do. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think to each their own. Again, I've already said this, for creators in this space, it's not uncommon to buy, let's say, 5 to 6 pairs a month. That's really not that uncommon. But then by end of the year, they realize not only did they not wear half of those shoes, they also didn't even care about half of those shoes. They simply wanted the content in front of you to show you, to have you engage, to get the views, to generate the revenue via AdSense. And then they didn't even want it. They ended up getting rid of it in the end. So could it have made sense to just go through Kicks World, pay a monthly subscription service? If you have a shoe in hand that you love so much, you have the option to buy it if you want. But if you don't want it anymore past that month, you could get rid of it. And guess what? Most of the views generated from a video happen in the first 48 hours. So beyond that, if you don't care about the shoe, you've almost wasted money holding on to it, unless you plan to flip it down the line. And then there's no guarantee you'll actually make a profit on that. So I don't know. I could totally see someone taking advantage of this. Now, I'm not saying you should take advantage or should not take advantage, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I could see the appeal. I definitely see the appeal about it. But I am curious, what do you guys think about this? I mean, the hassle of taking L's is kind of removed. You get the hype. You don't have to be committed to the shoe. You get free returns. It's free shipping. There's a dedicated person that handles your specific account, from what I've read. And it looks to have all of the latest everything that's coming out, whether it is Dunks, whether it's, Jordans, whether it's Nikes, it could be Yeezys, it could be any number of shoes. I mean, I think you select from 300 plus pairs, right, within rotation. So this was something new to me. I just wanted to share it with you guys. So please comment down below. What do you think of Kicks World? Would you subscribe to a sneaker subscription service that allows you to pay a monthly fee anywhere from $69 up to anywhere from $69 up to $500 a month for shoes that are valued at $300 up to $2,000 for at least 1 to 4 pairs, and then you can rotate those out, or you can actually pay to own them. I mean, it's innovative. I will absolutely say that. And if it works for people, all the better for them. As always, thank you for tuning in. Act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.